On this video, I will be talking about conducting two-sample hypothesis testing using your graphing calculator. On this problem, there were two groups given, people who own a dog and those who do not own a dog. The standard deviations of these samples were given to us. We were trying to see if there is a difference in the mean heart rate variability between the two groups. Because we were looking for difference, the null hypothesis is mu1 minus mu2 equal to 0. Alternate would be not equal to 0 because we are looking for difference. Here is the summarized stats that was given to us in the problem. When we have summarized stats given, we cannot use our commander to do hypothesis testing. Instead, we can rely on our graphing calculators to conduct hypothesis testing. My step 2 should be to decide if it is pooled or separate variance method. We would find the ratio of S1 square over S2 square. This ratio comes out to be less than 2, so we can assume population variances to be equal and use the pooled variance method. You will have to complete step 1 and 2 before you get to your graphing calculator or to our commander screen. So on this problem, we have summarized stats given. I'm going to go to my graphing calculator. You can pull up your graphing calculators. You should have one handy for this course. To conduct hypothesis testing, click on the stat icon, move your cursor to test, and I will go to two-sample t-test, which is option 4. Click enter. Here I have two options. Do I have data given or stats given? In my case, I have stats given, so I click on stats, click enter, and I will type in the value for mean, standard deviation, and sample size. So for the first group, group 1 should be the group with higher standard deviation. So that would be the mean of 873, standard deviation of 136, sample size 22. Second group has a mean of 800, standard deviation of 134, sample size 80. It's a not equal to case. If it's a different case, you would choose your cases here. I go down, it says is it pooled, yes or no. I would click yes, and then I would click on calculate. So you can see your calculator gives you the test statistic and the p-value of the test. We will use this p-value to conduct hypothesis testing. Because this is a two-tailed test, I will also compute my confidence interval. So from this screen, we can get the p-value. To get the confidence interval, go back to stat, go back to test, and go to the option of two-sample t-interval, which is option 10. Click enter. Again, you have the stats. The stats you had entered before is automatically in here. Alpha was not given to me. I'm going to call it 0.05 and click calculate. With one click, it gives you the confidence interval of the test as well. So you can see with the p-value that I got, p-value was 0.024. I compare it to alpha. P is less than alpha. I reject HO. From here, the confidence interval is 8.79, which I rounded to 8.8 to 137.2. We are testing mu1 minus mu2 equal to 0. 0 is not in the range of this interval, so I would reject HO. So this was one problem on two-sample hypothesis testing using your graphing calculator.